Hi, I'm doing just a short video that I had on the back burner for a while now since I originally planned to have this big fight video with Boris Johnson, where I'd show my scripts too. But it's been scrapped because it was just so damn shitty. As if I ever had quality control for this fucking channel. Even still, I wanted to talk a bit about my own character, AAA. I am still pretty happy with him. I think he's pretty unique and recognizable on his own. But still, I do want to share what direction I'm taking him, even if I don't think he'll be used for anything important. But before that, let me just say that I'm not doing any sort of project. I'm pretty happy making scripts for those who ask for it, and the occasional mini-game to get my creative juices flowing. I've been much happier just playing Pizza Tower and its mods, hanging out with friends, and working on smaller scripts lately. So it's going to stay that way. As for the voice, I don't think I'll use this for other videos. I just feel like it'll help keep this mostly narrative video entertaining. Now, onto AAA. This is the universal quantifier. Usually we read it as for every or for each. It's a symbol in mathematics used to specify how many items in a set satisfy a rule or a formula. It's a way of saying that for every one of our items, some rule must be true. The easiest example is for every element's x from the set of whole numbers. The number 2x is also in the set of whole numbers. Another example is for every element's x from the set of real numbers. The number 2x is also in the set of whole numbers, though this property is false, since doubling decimal numbers doesn't guarantee they lose their decimal notation. Since the property is either true or false, we can write this as a function. I know this math might seem stupid to mention, but I like to think I can see a sort of parallel between it and the character AAA. With all the fan art I've gotten throughout the years, I've considered all of them canonical interpretations of AAA. In a way, for every one of these characters, they're still undeniably AAA, no matter how differently they're drawn or even what gender they are. Now my schizophrenic ass instantly thought, what if AAA wasn't just the elements, or the set of elements, but also the quantifier? It's a stupid concept, mind you, but I like to imagine there's some truths in the fact that he represents every single one of the drawings in a way. And yeah, it sounds like I'm just saying big buzzwords to sound smart, but I promise that coming up with the concept was more just me lucid dreaming while I studied. Regardless, since I've mentioned quantifiers, there's also another quantifier that exists, the existential quantifier, usually having us read it as, there exists. Just like the universal quantifier, it too sets some boundaries within a rule. For example, there exists an element x in the set of all whole numbers, who is equal to 5. Of course, this is just the number 5, but just like the connection between AAA and the universal quantifier, I also wanted to make some connection between the existential quantifier and a character. If AAA represents every element, a set of all possible AAA characters, then there must be something that represents the other quantifier. The existence of it must be just as real as the universality of AAA. This is possibility. His name is still a work in progress, I'm afraid, though I'd much rather go for something that has an E in it, like how AAA has 3 letters A in it, while the quantifier resembles it upside down. He looks very much like AAA, though I tried streamlining his design to make him more unique. His eyes are probably the thing most will associate to other franchises like the Mandela catalog, though I still find them very cool and unique enough to keep it. He doesn't speak, least as of now, as I'm still deciding if he should, and if he does, then what he would be like. Both AAA and Possibility don't really do much, they're just personas I wish to use online. Still, I'm pretty happy having another I'd like to use since AAA was getting a bit stale. I should show off some other scrapped designs for a revamped AAA, like this one without legs, this one with his jacket around his waist and without an arm, and this one where he's just a tree. Absolutely no idea how I came up with it. Even so, all of them still reminded me too much of AAA. So I've gone with a completely new direction in designing Possibility. As with AAA, any and all fan art are welcome. Though unlike AAA, if the fan art isn't correctly drawn to Possibility, it won't be considered as them. As I said, there might be many variants of AAA, but there's only one Possibility,